cash with my swag. He ain't like that. Getting all his cash, they ain't like that. You ain't spinning racks, you ain't like that. I'm just spinning facts, they ain't like that.
My Twizzy was staying with me around Thanksgiving time, and my family was planning to go to another state for the holiday. So my family lets him come with us, which I was pretty hyped about because family functions kind of suck for me usually. They rented a cabin in the mountains, right? We're there for maybe 3 hours before a family member asked if we wanted to come to the store with them. So I was like, bet. I run downstairs to the room that we were sleeping in and told my Twizzy that it's time to get some triple C's. Sorry, I smacked the mic. We hop in the car with our two family members and take a short little drive up to a grocery store. And as we get out and we get in there and shit, we start looking for DXM, right? We were looking for any kind of DXM we could find. We ended up coming out with 3 boxes of triple C's and 2 bottles of Delson, right? Well, then we saw the liquor, right? Which we were hyped about because we don't have liquor in grocery stores in our state. So we go and grab Fireball and Smirnoff, right? Fun fact, me and my Twizzy hate both of those. They really just suck. They're shitty drinks, if I'm being honest. So we get back to the crib and we're just kind of like hanging out and playing games and shit. Smoke some za, you know what I mean? It was pretty chill. We didn't do a whole lot. After everybody had ate dinner, we went back downstairs and started drinking. And then I did this. I don't know if you guys know this, but I was D1 in high school, and this is the move that made LeBron James cry. Pretty soon after that, we take our triple C's. We both took a sheet and a half. After that, we kind of just hung out, and I was playing Breath of the Wild on my Switch. Then I start to come up a little bit, and it happened pretty fast. Usually for me, it takes about an hour or two for the effects to start manifesting. About 45 minutes in, I'm starting to feel like I'm sinking through the bed I'm laying in, right? And my head was tingling. It kind of felt like I had pins and needles in my skull a little bit. But around this time, we had finished our alcohol and decided to take our Delsa. So we choke down these bottles and go back to our beds. I'm in the middle of my come up at this point, but I was very drunk, so I was spinning really fucking hard. Plus, the alcohol made me pretty warm, while the C's were making me really cold. The Delsum kicked in really fast too, and I started tripping pretty fucking hard. The beams on the ceiling were stretching and breathing. The ceiling itself had the spots on the wood drifting pretty fast. Pretty soon after that, I'm in full disso. I was completely numb, felt like someone else was controlling my body. This whole time, me and my Twizzy were sending music to each other, but one time I just go over to him to listen to a song so I could show him with my earbuds and he could watch the video, because the video was like super trippy and shit. And as I sit down, 2 of my family members come down to ask if we want to go to the store. 2 different family members, by the way. But I basically say, no, we're good, we aren't going anywhere. And my Twizzy stupid ass, because like of course we couldn't, like we were fucked up. So my Twizzy stupid ass had to sit up and say, I want to go. And I was trying to get him to stay as best as I could, but eventually they left. So I go kind of into panic mode and I'm worried, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, I'm caught, I'm done, I'm fucking clipped. Like, fuck, what do I do? And I was getting nauseous right at that point. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to the bathroom. I went to go sit down on the shitter because it helps keep the nausea down. I kind of blacked out a lot here and there, but what I do remember is being really manic and having crazy visuals. The walls were like opening kind of like butterfly doors, and you could see like the whole outside of where we were. Plus, I wasn't able to form a sentence at all, and I was having a lot of realizations and shit. Plus, my feet were like stuck in the floor almost, like my ankles were, I was ankle deep in the floor. So I come out of the bathroom and my Twizzy is back and he's just laying down on his bed. And I go up to him and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you do that? And as I'm looking at him, his facial features were just like gliding around his face and shit. And he's just saying to me, sorry, sorry, sorry. Like he wasn't saying anything else. He just kept saying sorry. So I'm like, fuck it, whatever. I'm laying down. After this, I was blacking out a lot again. And I was having some good disso. I know that. I don't remember a lot of it, but I know that I was having some pretty decent disso. What I do know about the disso though is that I was entering music videos and like living in them. But I don't really remember the rest of the trip and felt fine in the morning aside from the minor afterglow. So then my family members that took my Twizzy to the store, the next day they come and talk to me and tell me about what happened with him at the store, right? And they had to carry him into the store basically because, I mean, shit, the nigga couldn't walk. He was fucked up, bro. Both of us were. When they got into the store, he was like, let me go over there. He wasn't really telling them where he wanted to go, but he was like, I'm gonna go over there, whatever, whatever. And my family member just said, no, stay with us. And like, as she's saying that, he walks over to the alcohol and starts putting a bottle in his pants, right? And my family member grabs him and stops him and drags him back to the checkout, right? So they get back to the car and they were trying to make him eat crackers and drink water and shit, but he completely refused. They told me that they weren't going to tell anybody. So, you know, that's how we do it, Victory Royale, you know what I'm saying? So drop a motherfucking W in the chat. Don't do drugs and bye.